Logan, you knew you'd be back here at some point. Just what was your reaction when you got the call, and what were you hoping to gain out of tonight's outing?
I don't think anything crazy. Like you said, I thought that I was going to be back. I was just trying to stay prepared down in Tacoma. I felt like I did that. And for tonight, I knew that they were an aggressive lineup, so I just wanted to get ahead and make sure that I was throwing my pitches where I want them, and let them kind of get themselves out and make big pitches when I need to. So
to get the type of swing and miss that you were able against a team that doesn't strike out a ton, just what did that say about your stuff overall tonight?
I think I could have executed a little bit better in 2 strikes. Obviously didn't put away a ton of guys, but yeah, the swing and miss was good. I thought that the cutter was working, sweeper was also working, and then I threw a few changeups in there that I really liked. But that, yeah, it just speaks to my arsenal when I don't rely on one pitch too heavily. That's when I get a lot of swing and miss, and it's hard for batters to kind of square me up.
Other than the 4th inning, not a ton of stressful pitches, stressful innings. How much did that help you get into a groove?
Yeah, I mean, that's the best thing as a starting pitcher, obviously, when you can start off pretty well. Going 9 up, 9 down there was pretty nice. And then, like you said, real only hump was the 4th inning, and knew that Salvi's pretty aggressive, so threw him a first pitch cutter, got him to pop it up, and then got that ground ball to JP. So those were really the only ones where I felt like were pretty high stress, but I felt like I executed when I needed to.
You had Witt there in the 5th as well with runners on the corners, and you got him to hit that soft fly ball to right. What did you do, execute well in that situation, you feel like?
I think I just executed to my glove side, down and away all day to him pretty well. I threw cutters down there, sweepers down there. I even got a fastball down there. So I think mixing and matching locations and showing him different stuff was all a part of that at bat right there, and getting him to pop up was pretty key.
You mentioned them being aggressive. You know, they're capable of working long at bats, long counts. Just what was kind of the key for you to kind of stay in your zone and stay on the attack, even in those longer at bats?
Like I said, just staying on the aggressor and winning the early counts. I felt like I got ahead pretty well tonight. But yeah, like you said, they're a good team at extending the at bat, and I thought that I just didn't give in at any moment tonight. I felt like I was still trying to make my pitches. I mean, some got away from me, but that's going to happen. You know, it's baseball. It's going to happen like that. But I don't think I ever gave in once, mentally or physically.
Frustrated that you couldn't get that last.
Yeah, I mean it sucks, but I mean I always trust Dan. Obviously, I mean he's in the position he is for a reason, so I'm never going to second guess him. But yeah, I wish I could have got out of there in the 6th.
What's the biggest difference in having come back this second time? Or any change in your mindset or anything that you've learned?
Nothing crazy. I mean, I still believe that I belong. I have since my first pitch here. So I don't think anything's really changed too much. As long as you stay ahead of hitters, they aren't very good. So.
A little nicer to pitch here maybe than in the PCL.
Absolutely. Yeah, you could say that 10 times over for sure.
All right.
Thanks, Logan.
Thanks.
Welcome back.
Were you able to get your eyebrows show ready before?
Yeah, Katie.
Katie took care of you.
She's got to get me lined up again.
Obviously, tough one tonight. I thought our guys showed a tremendous amount of fight there in the 9th again. To come back and just make it as close as they did. I thought Logan threw the ball really well tonight. 5 2/3. I thought he's had good secondaries. And gave us got us deep into the game. And I think offensively we did. We got a lot of traffic going. We're able to get a lot of them in, but a lot of traffic. Polo with a big night, swung the bat very well. Obviously, the home runs and Dom Canzone with a home run to center, that was big, and to start that 9th inning off. But a tough one to lose tonight, and bounce back tomorrow.
Dan, pitch to Julio was pretty borderline inside, but part of a 4 strikeout night. Just what are you seeing from him overall at the plate right now?
I thought he was pitched tough tonight. That was a tough pitch. I think he's been swinging the bat well, and we've seen a lot of good stuff from Julio. And tonight's just a tough night. I thought Lugo, you got to tip your cap at some point, and when he got into tough situations, he was able to pitch out of them. And that's the kind of guy he is. He's going to mix it all up. He's going to keep you uncertain in the box. And I thought he did a really nice job tonight, and mixed it up very, very well.
Can a moment like that just compound the frustration of the overall night for him at the plate?
Those are frustrating moments no matter what. I think, we all come away frustrated, but that's why, we come back tomorrow, we're ready to go, and that's what we have to do. We bounce back and we got another one tomorrow and quick turnaround and right back at it.
You've asked a lot of the bullpen lately. What did you see that wasn't necessarily working for Casey?
Some close calls for sure, and I thought the walks always are difficult and seem to come around and they did tonight. I thought our guys for the most part were able to pitch out of some tight situations, but the walks tonight were tough to overcome, and that's a team that middle of the lineup is tough, and I thought they did a nice job to get some traffic there, and then it was tough sailing from there, but our bullpen has been so solid, and they have been so consistent for us. Just a tough one tonight.
You mentioned Lugo kind of mixing it up, and it seemed like he was finding the edge of the strike zone really well, expanding it. Just what have you noticed from your guys, especially the top of the order, when they're kind of forced in those moments where they're trying to work deep counts, but kind of have to be forced to make a swing decision that might be less comfortable than they're used to?
That's what he does. He's the type of pitcher. He's not going to give in. He knows how to pitch. He mixes it all up, and he works around the edges of the strike zone. That's what he does, and he did it pretty well again tonight. Especially, it seems like when he had some traffic on the bases, he was able to really tighten things up and make some good pitches to get out. So, that's he's tough. There's no doubt about it, and he threw a good ball game again tonight against us.
With Witt coming around third base and just his speed and athleticism, how hard is it to make that tag, especially with the rule? You don't want to block the plate, but just that play overall.
Yeah, tough play. It's coming in from right field, so it's a difficult tag. You can't see the runner at all on that, and so I thought his slide was where it needed to be, that is a very difficult play, I thought Cal did what he could do to make the play.
Did you get the start out of Logan that you were needing, I guess, tonight, or hoping to get tonight?
Yeah, got us deep into the game. Just shy of the 6 innings there, and didn't allow a run and gave us a chance to win the game, and that's what you want all your starters to do. And I thought he did a really nice job of it tonight.
What was Andy Fletcher came over and talked to you guys, I think, after the second. What was
talking about rule changes that may be coming. Something not related to the game.
Oh.
Yeah.
Another single for Mastroboni late in the game. It seems like he's just come up big for you guys, especially in these late game situations. Just what have you noticed from him over the past couple of weeks?
Yeah, Stroh, that was huge. Getting us on base there after the home run and continuing to put the pressure on that defense, and I thought that was a great at bat. He's had a lot of great at bats late in games, and when he's gotten a chance to get in there, he's done a nice job swinging the bat too. So it's always a good at bat. He's gonna not he's got such a good concept of the strike zone, and got himself into a good count and was able to pick up the base hit there to keep the pressure going. So. That's what you want late in the game, and he's been able to do that consistently.
Specifically, that is a skill, right? Because to come in as a pinch hitter, typically it's lower percentage-wise, but he has been successful no one has taken more pinch hit at bats than the Mariners. What is it mindset wise, or is there something that he's developed, part of his identity, that makes him successful in those?
Yeah, I mean, I think he really thrives in those situations. He has a really good concept of the strike zone, and I think the other thing you kind of have to balance. As a pinch hitter, you want to be a little bit more aggressive because if that first strike you see, it might be the only strike you see. So you need to be aggressive, but you also have to not chase, and so he's been able to develop a nice balance in that, and tonight was a perfect example. Pitcher got behind and got himself into a good count and was able to get a base hit. So there is an art to it, there's a trick to it, and Stroh's done a really nice job at it.
Thanks.